Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we got an ex-corn star, Jenna Haze, crashing out. Now, the crash out is epic, okay? But I want y'all to listen to, it's going to be difficult. It's a hard listen because it's nonsense. But I want y'all to listen as much as possible to what she's saying. And then we're going to break down the real problem.
I fell in love with a guy for the first time in 10 years. And his name is Mc, and he also goes by yeah, I fell madly in love with him, and he convinced me that everything was magical. And then about a month or so ago, I brought up a concern, and he decided that my concern was enough to make him start treating me differently. I'm legitimately covered in blood right now. He was literally the love of my life, like the first person in my entire life that I wanted to have kids with. And he continued to go out every single night with people, not tell me anything. And then I would see him following a new girl, and I would bring it up. And then all of a sudden I was the problem, right? Because I'm the problem because I'm bringing up my concerns. This is my last message. You guys won't hear from me again. I love this man with every inch that every cell that I had in my body. I love this man. And all I was asking for tonight was him to have some sort of consideration. But of course he walked away, and he locked me out of the house, and he left me on the doorstep. And I cried and I cried and I cried, and I knocked and I tried to get in. And I could hear them all laughing and having fun, and I just sat there on the doorstep crying. So yeah, by the time anybody gets this, I will be dead. I'm bleeding, and this is my last attempt at love, and I'm done. I'm so done. Not a single person who follows knows the abuse that I dealt with through. Not a single person that follows me understands anything, and all I was asking was that my boyfriend be present with me. That's all I was asking. And he couldn't be present with me. He walked away. He left me. Okay, so before I die, I want every single person to know the abuse that I suffered from, the abuse that I have suffered. Honestly, it's ruined my life. And it's never been the same since. And it ruined everything between me and Malik. It ruined everything. And he just doesn't love me anymore. For the last 4 hours, he just disappeared. Couldn't contact me. Couldn't talk to me. Just left me. When he knows what that means to my abandonment issues. And he just left me. So I want to say thank you so much to every one of my friends, but this is the last message you'll ever get from me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So I fell in love with it.
So the crash out was epic. Now, I want y'all to understand something. First of all, she crazy. She's crazy as a loon. Okay, this one is Looney Tunes. Okay, this one is Looney Tunes from Jump Street, and it defines what I have always said about a certain kind of woman. women who willingly are in sex work, adult stars, willingly prostitutes, things of that nature, they be broken prior to getting into those lines of work. That's why they go into them. Okay? They already be something wrong with them. Because regular women don't do this. Okay? It take a certain kind of female to bust it open in front of a camera and make a whole career out of that and all of that. This is what this chick have done. She has spent her youth making corn videos that can be found right today on any corn site. You can type her name in and it'll come right up. Okay? This stuff don't go nowhere as long as there's a server somewhere with this foolishness on it. It can always be brought up. Now, she is Looney Tunes. We got that part. Because she bloody, but she didn't say he made her bloody. So obviously, this is something that you have done to yourself. If he not really talking to you right now and he done locked you out of the house and you banging and bamming to get back in, you probably done broke a window. You done broke something, cut your hand. You wilding outside of the house, on the stoop, on the porch, whatever. You wilding, crying, hollering. You doing all kind of stuff. The next thing you know, you in a bathtub somewhere with your snotty red nose, snotting and crying, talking about this the last message you gonna get from me because I love this man with every. Listen, let me tell you something. Hoes is not regular women. And I wish that y'all would understand that. You're not regular. Okay? You're not regular. I've told you this before, that men are working with a very limited amount of respect for women in general. Men do not have natural respect for women. They have to be taught to have respect for women by other men. I've explained this before. And this is for regular women. This is for women that would be respectable and carry themselves respectably. When you are a known whore, that little piece of respect that men might carry for a woman, they no longer have that for you. There's a completely different mindset with a man that's dealing with a woman that he knows is promiscuous. He knows you're a whore. He know all this stuff. And you're an ex-corn star. How many times has he beat his meat to your video? And he know men around the world have also seen you in these positions with all kind of eggplant in your mouth and every other place that you could put it. Okay? Okay. So now you call yourself got a little boyfriend. I guess you retired or whatever. And you call yourself got him as your little boyfriend. Listen, let me tell you something. That man is thinking you better thank your lucky stars that he pay you any attention beyond having sex with you. How dare you, a porn star, that any man walking down the street with a cell phone and access to the internet can pull you up to see you gagging? Okay? How dare you be concerned about who he might have had in his phone, who he might have been talking to, what chick he might have been messaging, who Instagram photo he liked, whatever he doing with another woman. You are not like other women. So you cannot demand this monogamy and this loyalty and all this kind of stuff. You're not in a position to do that. He know that. You cannot divorce yourself from this. And these hoes always like to be trying to leave that stuff in the past. You can't leave that in the past, especially when you've been a public whore. When you've been a public whore, that anybody can go see your whoredom, okay? Then you do not have the leverage to demand a man have sexual loyalty to you of all things. Because you have a history of professionally being banged by multiple men. At any time you can do this. That's not out of you. That's not out of your system. That didn't happen to another woman somewhere. That was you. You did that. So your quote unquote concerns with your boyfriend is null and void. He cut you off like that because how dare you? If you don't get somewhere and shut up and sit down and stay out of his business that he got going on, may or may not have going on with another woman, with all of the eggplants that you have taken over the years and may still be taking, girl, if you don't go head on somewhere and you crazy on top of it, so when he don't answer your phone calls, this is the crash out. You need to be in a padded cell and somebody give you I don't know what them drugs is called, but somebody give you somebody need to sedate you. You need a sedative and calm down. Because this speaks to the level of chaos of a woman like that. You don't just get rid of that just because you call yourself you don't do corn no more. You don't get rid of the level of foolishness that even allows you to have that as a profession that you have done. Now you no longer do that on camera. Now all of a sudden he was the one that I was in love with and wanted to have children with. What? What? You're not working with respect. That man don't respect you. He don't. Because he's not even trying to hear it. He's not even trying to hear all of these quote unquote concerns. He don't want to hear that. Not from you. From another woman, he may consider this. But not you. Y'all always don't want to make the connection between being a whore and all the rest of what happens to you in your lifetime and how people see you and how people move with you and how people regard you. And you can say it's a double standard, and it is. It is a double standard because when women are whores, especially known as such, the men will come to have sex with you. They may even dibble and dabble with you a little bit beyond the sex, but they don't have respect. They can't. Men are not even wired like that. They can't respect you. They don't see you the same. They don't see you the same way as other women. And you should not be seen the same way as other women. There's no way a porn star should ever think that she on the same level as, let's say, a righteous woman who would never do that. There's no way that the two are not the same. Not the same women. And so men are not going to move the same way around these women. And the world is not going to move the same way for them women. It's just like men. It's the same thing with men. There are men among men who can't get respect from other men. And the world move with them like that you just not respectable. For whatever reason, the rest of the men don't respect that man. he get treated as he should, very differently than the man who garners a lot of respect. Life just moved differently for that man. Other people regard him differently. They treat him differently, as they should. So I don't know why these hoes think that you're supposed to get the same kind of treatment, the same kind of loyalty, the same kind of men, the same kind of life that a woman who is on the opposite spectrum of you would get. In other words, hyenas want lioness treatment, but you don't move like a lioness and you don't do nothing that lionesses do. So why would you get the same outcome? That would be a disservice to the outcome that lionesses get. So you mean to tell me you can be any old kind of whore hyena and still come up? You can still get the same outcome as I got as a lioness, and I've been preserving myself away from this type of foolishness? Get out of here. Please go take a sedative and sit down and go lay down. Go lay down. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.